All right, thanks a lot, Lacey. Thanks, Guy. 5:32 right now. The discovery of an artifact at the Sherwoods development raises concerns of what else could be buried there. Our Mileka Lincoln is live with details. Mileka.
Aloha, good morning, Steve. Yes, we are told an archaeology inspection took place here at Waimanalo Bay Beach Park. In fact, our Hawaiinews Now crews were the only ones on the scene at the time that they were out here surveying yesterday. And we were told that it was not iwi kupuna or human remains that were discovered over the weekend, but rather an artifact. As you described, they believe it's a stone tool, possibly made of basalt rock, which we have been told is not from the area. But either way, it has sparked more intense debate over this project, which, as you know, was already facing criticism from opponents of a group, Save Our Sherwoods, who have described this as a sacred place where their iwi kupuna ancestors are buried. Supporters, though, say this is a perfect spot for a park.
They found iwi. It's not in the area that we looking at developing to a park. A park is just grass, trees. How can you protest that?
This is 18 inches. Yeah. We know from previous archaeological reports and digs in the area that iwi were found, artifacts were found as deep as 6-7 feet, downwards of 20 feet. So 18 inches, you're just scratching the subsurface. You know, for them to say that that is sufficient, it hurts me, because what we don't want happen is them come across our kupuna and expose the iwi. Mai kaula I na iwi kupuna I kala. And that's what we're trying to avoid here.
Now, part of the heart of this debate is the issue of an environmental assessment versus an environmental impact statement. Now, an EIS is a far more thorough review of an area. An EAS, which took place here, is, we're told, much less thorough. And that's part of the issue here of the question about iwi kupuna. We'll talk more about that throughout the morning. But for now, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Mileka. It's 5:34 right now. Hawaii County Mayor Harry Kim has come up with a plan that he believes would solve the stalemate atop Mauna Kea. But that proposal includes building the 30-meter telescope, and it's already being criticized by TMT opponents. The 14-page booklet identifies issues with prior management of the mountain. The document talks about several concerns, like the disrespect of the Hawaiian culture, too many telescopes, and visitors atop Mauna Kea. In response, officials point to new UH management plans and TMT's permit. The plans say UH made a legally binding commitment that TMT will be the last new area to be developed for observatories. It also talks about removing 5 existing telescopes by the end of 2033. Now, those sites will not be redeveloped according to UH. That means 9 telescopes on Mauna Kea after 2033 if TMT is built. Now, the document details TMT's conservation use permit. It says the telescope will be below the summit and away from cultural places like Lake Waiau. And no burials are at the construction site. No explosives will be used during the building process, and waste from the observatory will be stored and removed according to officials. TMT's sublease says it will pay $300,000 a year, which goes up to $1 million after 10 years. We are told other observatories are also only paying $1 a year. The University of Hawaii is also developing rules to address the amount of visitors. In 2016 alone, more than 35,500 vehicles drove up the mountain. Kim's plan was developed more than 2 months after Governor Ige put him in charge of finding a solution on Mauna Kea. But TMT opponents say it's not good enough because the proposal still includes building what would be the world's largest telescope on a mountain long considered sacred by Native Hawaiians.
We never had high expectations. We never had high hopes for this plan. Their solution is to tell us what we should be doing rather than to listen and to heed the calls and the pleas of the people.
TMT opponents say despite their growing movement, they still are not being heard. Mayor Kim tells us that he believes his plan is a good compromise for everyone going forward. Governor Ige says he is committed to restructuring the management of the mountain. UH President David Lassner says he will work with Ige. In a statement, Lassner also says he wants more ideas for ways forward to help shift thinking to paths that will be wins for all the people of Hawaii, Hawaiians and non-Hawaiians alike. Meanwhile, the city and state approved a permit for a large march in Waikiki this Saturday in support of the TMT protest on Mauna Kea. Organizers of the Aloha Aina Together We Rise Unity March expect to have around 10,000 participants. The march starts at 2 p.m. on Ala Moana Boulevard in Kaka'ako and it ends at Kapiolani Park. Roads are expected to reopen at about 5:30. How's it, Art?
Good morning. Local 5 healthcare workers will overwhelmingly ratify a 4-year contract with Hawaiinews Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. It's the largest facility of its kind in the state with 300 beds and 200 workers. First complete arrivals from September show a 2.4% increase from last year. Arrivals topped 800,000. That's shoulder season good, though down 200,000 from June and July and August. Even October is a million-seat month for Hawaii air capacity, 1,057,438 seats to be precise. That's about 44,000 more than last year, a 4% uptick. It's 8% more seats from the mainland, offsetting 6% fewer international. Most of the new seats, almost all in fact, are to Maui. The new owners of Maui's Travasa Hana Hotel are well-known real estate investors in Los Angeles. The Mani brothers, Simon and Danny, bought the Malibu Beach Inn from David Geffen 4 years ago, and last year they bought the Embassy Suites, Napa Valley. They were fined millions for blocking Malibu beach access, so they'll arrive, one hopes, understanding that issue. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 170 points. Steve.
All right. Thank you, Howard. It's 5:39 right now. Starting today, the Manoa Falls Trail will be closed on weekdays for 2 to 3 months. The trail will be open on weekends only. This is a $130,000 state rockfall mitigation project that was originally set to start this past summer. Treatment for little fire ants begins today in Nahiku. The Maui Invasive Species Committee will administer treatment by helicopter over an area of 150 acres. There will be 8 treatments scheduled every 6 weeks into April of 2020. Dates may be adjusted depending on weather conditions. For more information, visit our website, hawaiinewsnow.com. All right, 5:40 right now. Suddenly, that big preseason matchup featuring 4 NBA superstars doesn't look as good as we thought. Which of those stars may still be playing here in Hawaii?